back to CTV Morning Live. Our wedding week continues, and of course you get a little overwhelmed going, oh my God, there's so much to do, but then you just get a wedding planner to help you out with everything. And joining us is Barake, a Chic Wedding Planning and Design. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Give us a quick rundown of the company and kind of what it is that you help with.
Well, we plan and coordinate weddings of all styles and all sizes, and what we specialize in is designing a special wedding for our clients with a look that they're looking for, but putting it together in a way that they didn't think it was possible. So we bring in different elements and different colors and lighting, so we make it really special and different for them.
Is it nice to be able to know what it is that people want, or do you often get someone who sits in front of you and kind of throws out magazines and says, I have no idea, just
I love that. That's my favorite, because then I can really be creative and I can think outside the box and do something a little bit different.
Different is great, but you don't want it to like too much all over the place. And so you were really talking about kind of having a consistent theme over the course of the wedding.
Yeah, so essentially what we think is it's important to start with a certain style. And once you have that style in mind, whether you want to do modern or romantic or rustic or vintage, then you have to find a venue that will work within that look. And then once you have that, then we work with your color story. We find out what colors will work better in that specific venue. And I'm completely okay with doing two different color stories. If you have a ceremony in a different location, then we can do a color story there and then one for the reception. And once you have that, we just play it throughout the whole entire wedding. So with the stationery, with the lighting, with the flowers, with the accents and the little details, linens, all of that stuff.
It has to really follow through. So that's really the critical decision, because after that you start with the save the dates and then the invitations, and then by the end people kind of are onto the theme as they're going through the evening.
Exactly. Over here I have a sample of how to carry through an invitation suite. So we have our save the date. So we went through really neutral colors. We wanted to keep it a little bit modern with a classic touch. And then we followed through with the same design for our invitation, and then the wedding program, the menu, the place cards. And you'll notice that all the invitations have this design on it. So we pulled it through with the straws that we used at the wedding, and then the same lines we pulled through with the table numbers, just to keep it all consistent and tying it through together. We incorporated silvers here, and then we brought that color in through the vases, and we kept with whites and creams with flowers. So you really are able to continue with the theme throughout little elements without it being overpowering and people walking in being like, oh, that's too much.
But this is funny, and it's the details that you notice and that the people who are really looking will, but to be able to kind of pull that off and then to have the straws, that's really quite fun. Menu, everything. So at what point have you ever gotten far along and then gone, uh-oh, we've kind of missed a step, or we didn't think things through, because everything has to follow along that same line?
Exactly. So we create a blueprint for the wedding before we start putting things into place, and we put in every single element. So what type of linens we're going to use, what kind of flowers, what vases, what lighting we're going to use. We put all of that together, and then we just follow those steps to make sure that nothing goes missing.
Now, you don't want anything to go missing, and you want to also have that personalized touch. And so in the next segment, we're really going to be talking about personalizing things and different aspects and how you can be able to do that.